Hi guys, my name is Arthur. This work is about fine arts. The components are Mariana Campinho, Camille, Maria Luísa, João Ricardo, and I. This art movement is among the first representatives of the historical avant-garde and the first to focus on subjective aspects, valuing the emotion expression of the human being. His most important work is The Scream. Contrast and chromato-intensive validation of dark, tragic themes, appreciation of the psychological universe, especially of dense feeling such as anguish and lulines. Fauvism was a movement whose main characteristics were use of pure colors. The name given to the group comes after a show held at the Autumn Salon in Paris at the beginning of the century, in 1905. This style of painting was constituted as an art of balance, purity, and the glorification of instinct and vitalization. Use of pure colors, influence of primitive and post-impressionist art, and simplification of forms. Appearing in France, this new style broke with the aesthetic models that only valued the perfection of the forms. The Cubist painter tries to represent this object in three dimensions: on a flat surface, under geometric shapes with the predominance of straight lines. At the conceptual level, Cubism can be considered as an art that favors mental exercise as a way of expressing ideas. Fragmentation of forms and distortion of reality, radical break with academy art, representation of reality by means of geometric figures. Its object was to provide freedom to art without dependence on the outside world to be represented, but composed of diverse elements, such as color, lines, and shapes used in a simple and subjective way. The abstractionist works did not imitate objects, nature, or people, but presented the artist's emotion in an abstract and disconstructed way. It's abstracted and non-representational. It's subjective, used to simple colors and lines, and caused several interpretations. It started as a movement in Italy. The main idea that futurists sought to incorporate into their artistic procedure was mainly speed. These artists saw the future represented in the speed of the automobile, in industrial advances, in the electricity, in the large metropolises, in the gear of machinery, worship of war and violence, exaltation of machines, automobiles, and airplanes, cult of speed and technology. The proposal of Dadaism is that should be freed from rationalist bonds and be just the result of psychic automatism and related to the end of aesthetic, that is, to the untitled of artistic production. Dada means nothing. and therefore it can also mean everything. Works that aim to scandalize the public, opposition to any nothing of balance, valuation of anti-art. This was one of European artistic vanguard that emerged in Paris, and it originated in reaction to the relation and materialism of Western society. Surrealists proposed the evaluation of fantasy, medias, and the use of automatic relation. In this perspective, the artist must allow himself to be led by the impulse. Creation of a parallel reality, free touch, and influence of psychoanalysis. It was an artistic movement that kicked in the 1960s in the United States, based on visual resort, especially in the option illusion. This movement that expresses the mutability of the world and its unlimited possibilities. It based on the model less expression and more visualization. Optical and visual effects, vibrant tones, abstract style, and geometric shapes and lines.